Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Good win today. Good win today. Brown does deliver. Brown does deliver on the weekends. Guess it's because it's close to the holiday. So Brown is out on Saturdays today, delivering packages. Jacurri played good, obviously. I think the game plan, I was trying to think in my mind as the game was progressing, where have I kind of seen this type of, introductory game plan before? And I said, oh yeah, Clemson, Kelly Bryant. Utilized his legs. When he could throw, he did make particular throws. Brown wasn't just, the numbers were not just gaudy off the wall. But again, like I said, we understood coming in that, he was going to need work as a passer. So I think it was a good game plan this week to try to establish the run game. And I think his ability to escape the pocket as well as hold that in anytime we're doing some type of a read situation, I think that actually helped. It helped tremendously. And this is all I'm going to say about this, right? Because I saw people doing it. Yes, he made plays that Jake nor TVD could make. But TVD and Jake also made plays this year that Brown can't make. And potentially, we're hoping that he can get to that particular point to become, quote unquote, a complete quarterback, right? But it is what it is. There's no need to throw anybody under the bus, to try to uplift somebody else, because to me, all three quarterbacks have won games this year. Led us to victory. Started games and led us to victories. So y'all are just even to me, right? So for the people that say, oh, well, it's just Georgia Tech. Well, it's just been Georgia Tech for 26 games. It's just been Georgia Tech for 26 other games, and yet there we were, series tied 13-13. So don't give me that. It'd be different if it was a situation where we had played 26 games and prior to this outing we were up 20-26. That would be completely different. But it was tied 13-13. So as Coach Hayes does, get out of here with that. I did see some things, obviously, on defense that I think we did pretty well. Agba really made a presence for herself today. I saw someone reported that LT had went out. He had a boot on his foot, so I don't know what that's all about. Cam Kitchens really stepped up today, playing over top, playing discipline. Has the second longest interception return in school history. So that was great, right? And it was just good seeing the defense go out there and do what they're supposed to do against an opponent that isn't that strong defensively. Yes, go in there, smother them. Number 8, he kind of got away a couple of times or whatever like that. But for the most part, we kept a lid on things. So that was good to see. But just getting back to Brown, man. The kid is playing with some confidence. The thing of it is that a game like what transpired last week against Florida State, some quarterbacks, after a performance like that and after being in an environment like that, that could mentally do something to guys, right? But I'm glad that, Brown was able to come out and have a certain level of fortitude to push through and actually go out here and have the type of game that he had. It was interesting to see that Wesley Bassint started today. And I think it was a few plays where I said, man, we've been missing that. As far as the running back sneaking out, I said, man, we've been missing a guy who has been able to lock on to that. And if the ball is going in the direction, they're getting there. And so that was good to see Wesley Bassint do that. So it was good. It was really good to see that. Good to see Tyreek, get an interception today. Obviously, Cam had his hat trick. But moving forward, what I saw today on offense, I think was not an offense that should have gone 9 quarters without scoring a touchdown. I'm just going to be honest with you. I didn't see a team today that should have gone 9 quarters without scoring a touchdown. The injury situation is the injury situation, right? And this is what y'all are getting paid $2 million for. So I'm not saying that we should have scored the same amount of points, excuse me, in those previous outings as we scored today. But there's no way that we should have gone touchdownless for 9 straight quarters, right? So, what was telling is what Brent Key said after halftime, where he said that, hey, we pretty much know all the plays that Miami's going to run. And I kind of chuckled because I'm like, hey, you can know all you want to, but can you stop it? You know what I mean? Can you stop it? The last touchdown he threw to Kobe Young was the exact same look, I want to say, except for Brown didn't roll out. The same little look where we got Skinner in the backfield and he's running a little quick little hitter right there, and got Kobe dragging back across the backside. And I want to say one thing too. It was one particular play where I felt like Brown could have escaped, but he climbed the pocket. And so that was good to see that he's knowing that, like, listen, I know I can run. I know I can do that. But let me see if my guys are coming open. Because the thing of it is like, the good thing about having a running quarterback sometimes is it kind of affects the way that the defense has to play defense. Because you don't want to go so much man-to-man, because if he breaks contain, that's a first down. And so it kind of forces you to play zone defense. And that kind of helps the quarterback too, because it's like, okay, well, if I'm on key with my receivers, they should buzz down in the zone and give me some easy targets that I can hit, right? And again, shout out to Rashard. Rashard, if Mallory is your lead blocker, just expect him to miss the block and just do what you did. Sidestep the guy, get upfield. So that was a good play, because I think we really, really needed that particular play right there, because even though the defense was playing very, very good and we did what we were supposed to do against an inferior opponent, and when I say inferior opponent, I'm talking about a team that we were playing bad, right? But when you kind of make a quarterback change in the middle part of the game, and the quarterback didn't get hurt, it's kind of one of those situations where it's like, you know what, it's over with. It's over with. So, but again, like I said, Jake, I don't know if you hurt or whatever the situation is, but I think it's over, But again, like I said, I'm not gonna be that guy to try to take somebody, throw somebody down, and then try to uplift somebody else. Jacurri is good at what he's good at, right? Or Jacurri. I don't know, man. I don't know the pronunciation of his name. Maybe I need to get him on a Twitter space and ask him how to pronounce his name, because I don't want to butcher the brother's name. But so I'm just gonna say Brown. I can't mess up Brown. So Brown did good at what Brown is good at, which is running the ball and making plays, right? Running the ball and making plays. So, and I think that's good. So, and obviously we all know that if the offensive line is leaking, having a mobile quarterback is helpful. Even if the offensive line is not leaking, it's still good to have a mobile quarterback that's helpful, because he made some plays today, again, like I said earlier, that, Jake and TVD wouldn't have made, right? But the thing of it is we have to make sure that we're putting him in a position to succeed, and not forcing him or getting in situations where we're doing things uncharacteristic. So I think this game, it was a similar game plan as Virginia game plan, where we're not going to try to put too much on his plate. If the running game gets going, great, which it did. Over 200 yards on the ground today, so that was good to see. I'm sure Coach Cristobal had I'm not gonna say this on there, but I'm sure he was enticed, to say the least. It's good to see Rooster again, like I said. But anyway, like, subscribe, share, and as always, it's all about the U, even if it was just a win over Georgia Tech.